Hello there, I am Neil, greeting you from New Zealand, and this is Neil's World of Fun. New Zealand is an island country in Oceania, southeast of Australia, made up of two main islands, the North and South, plus over 600 smaller ones. New Zealand's land area is about 268,021 square kilometers to 268,838 square kilometers. And its population is around 4 to 5.34 million. UK's size is 241,596 square kilometers and its population is 60 million. So New Zealand is 10% bigger than UK, while UK has 13 times larger population than New Zealand. Japan's area is about 377,835 square kilometers, while New Zealand's area is 268,021 square kilometers to 268,838 square kilometers. So Japan is roughly 1.4 times bigger than New Zealand. Japan has around 124 million people in its country, while New Zealand has about 4 to 5 million, meaning Japan's population is 20 times larger, like 20 times! I'm actually quite surprised that New Zealand has a bigger land area than UK, but I'm not so surprised that Japan is bigger. But the thing that surprises me about the New Zealand-Japan comparison is that it's only a difference of 100,000 square kilometers. That's unbelievable. Out of these three countries, New Zealand has the smallest population. Inside the country to feel like this is like so spacious, like more spacious than the UK and Japan. Well, New Zealand is more spacious than the UK, but less than Japan. And New Zealand's population is 4 to 5 million, and UK's population is 60 million. And that is a lot for a tiny country. And New Zealand's population is kind of spread out, but Japan is like overcrowded. As previously told, New Zealand has a population of around 4 to 5 million people. This is Wellington, New Zealand's capital, and I'm going to be comparing it with Auckland. Wellington's population is about 216,000 people, while Auckland's population is about 1.47 million. Auckland's population is about a quarter to a fifth of New Zealand's population. Auckland is known as the city of sails, with a bustling harbour, diverse communities and strong business presence. Wellington is famous as the coolest little capital, with thriving art scenes, film industry, home to water workshop, and political heart of the community. Right now you're looking at a picture of Auckland. We're going to continue the comparison. Auckland is surrounded by beaches, islands, and volcanic cones, great for sailing and island hopping. Wellington is a compact city, nestled between hills and harbour, with easy access to hiking trails and stunning coastal views. Auckland is the main international gateway, with the country's busiest airport. Wellington has a smaller airport, but closer to the city centre, only 5 kilometers away compared to Auckland's 15 kilometers. Both are good cities. Choose Auckland if you want a big city feel, more job opportunities, and diverse nightlife. Choose Wellington if you prefer a compact, creative city with strong cultural vibes and political significance. English, Māori, and New Zealand Sign Languages are all official languages of New Zealand. The New Zealand dollar, aka the NZD, is the country's official currency. Mount Cook, also known as Aoraki, is New Zealand's highest mountain at 3,724 meters, or 12,218 feet. It sits in the Southern Alps on the South Island and is a centerpiece of Aoraki, Mount Cook National Park. It lost 10 meters of its height during a landslide in 1991. Auckland is called the Volcano City because it sits on the Auckland volcanic field, which contains around 50 separate volcanoes spread across the metropolitan area. This map shows all the volcanoes. Snakes are banned in New Zealand because of biosecurity laws. And because of that, you can't find a single snake in New Zealand. New Zealand has native birds like the kiwi as shown here, or the kakapo as shown here, which can't fly because there aren't any natural predators. A bonus fact is that the kakapo is so endangered, only 237 specimens remain in the wild. The New Zealand flag features a blue field with the Union Jack on the top left corner and 4 red stars with white borders representing the Southern Cross constellation. It symbolizes both New Zealand's British heritage and its location in the South Pacific. Blue background from the Irish blue ensign, Union Jack in the canton, and 4 stars of the Southern Cross. It was adopted in 1902, though it has been used since 1869. The designer is Albert Hastings Markham. The All Blacks are New Zealand's national rugby union team, famous worldwide for their black jerseys, dominance on the field, and the powerful Māori haka performed before matches, as shown here. Most of the scenes in Lord of the Rings was recorded in New Zealand, making it a global tourist magnet. New Zealand is often described as one of the first major countries to see the sunrise every day, but the very first place in the world, usually the Pacific island nation of Kiribati. New Zealand sits just west of the international date line. That's why it starts a new calendar day before most of the world. The sun rises about 3 to 4 hours earlier in New Zealand than in Japan. Japan is still somehow famously called the land of the rising sun. But as a result, New Zealand is popularly known as first to see tomorrow. Cool. In most countries, there are more humans than sheep, but not in New Zealand. In New Zealand, there's like millions more sheep than human, which is kind of interesting. To end it off with a fun fact, you can never be more than 128 kilometers or 79 miles from the sea in New Zealand. Cool. So that means it's often possible to see the coast. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment if possible, and share this video with your family and friends. Bye!